Good morning, everybody. It's Bob from Mountain Crest Farms. Whew. Maybe y'all will see this tomorrow. Tomorrow being Friday, since I'm recording this on Thursday. And maybe you won't. It kind of depends on the power company. This is Thursday morning about 9 o'clock, 9:30. And about 30 minutes ago, the power went out. So, you know all that breeze we were having yesterday? Well, it's here today. Y'all can probably hear it through the trees. Down here, it's just a little breeze. You get up there, up into the trees, up about 30, 40 feet, it looks like it's blowing about 25 miles an hour. And it sounds like it too. But anyway, power went out about half an hour, 45 minutes ago, so I can record this on my phone, and I can sit here with it on my phone until I go inside and have power, so I can get it off my phone, onto my computer, edit it, and upload it. So, speaking of power going out, you know, we've had this little discussion last week or so, well, since I missed the live stream Sunday about, you know, unless my internet went out. I do live in the country. It is getting to be fall. It is windy. A good bit. It was windy all day yesterday. It's probably going to be windy all day today. Even if the internet doesn't go out, if a tree goes down across power lines and takes out my power, well, I'm not on solar. I'm on the power company. Something I hope to fix next year, actually. I'd like to be purely on solar. But anyway, if the power goes out or the internet goes out, those are the two things that will mess up the live stream. You know, sometimes when I'm looking for a topic for these coffee chats, sometimes I struggle coming up with one. That's one reason I've cut back and I'm doing maybe 3 or 4 a week instead of one every day like I was. And coming up with a topic every day was a little bit tough. Well, today I was kicking a couple of ideas around, and then I came out when the power went out, went up to feed the pigs. A little bit late today. I figured it's going to be a cool day, so I didn't have to feed real early. Went up to feed the pigs, and I'll show you sometime, but right now I got to describe it. I've got the big area that's fenced in, a little over an acre, for the pigs to wander in the woods. Then I've got an area that's probably 35 by 60 that's fenced in, and that's sort of a nursery. When the piglets are about 3 weeks old and they can come out of the farrowing pens with their mama, they have individual farrowing pens, 8 by 16, but then when they're about 3 weeks old, they can come out of there, so I moved them and the mamas into this smaller pen I was telling you about, and they can get to mama, and they've got their own little pen that's about 8 by 12 or 15 with a gate in it and a little hole cut down the bottom where they can get in but mamas can't, and that's where I feed them when I'm starting to weed them. Got feed pans in there and water pans, and they start getting used to feed and start weaning off. But they could still go out and get to mama. Mama just can't get in there. Big pigs can't get in there because the hole is only about that wide, about that tall. Little piglet can scoot through, and that's it, I thought. I went out today. I was going to feed the little piglets, then come make the video, then go back and feed the big pigs. Well, yesterday, right toward dark, when it was too late to do anything about it, I discovered that my boar, Roscoe, who was in that acre pen, was down in the smaller pen with what's left of the babies. I think I got 7 of them out there, and the 4 mamas. And I didn't want mamas to get with Roscoe, because 5 days after they wean their piglets, that's when they come into season again. And they've been weaning these piglets off, and I wasn't sure just exactly when they'd be in season. And I don't want to have Christmas babies. I have had litters on Christmas Day. And I didn't want Roscoe and mamas getting together until the end of October, because a piglet's gestation period, it's technically, if you call vet, he'll tell you 114 days. If you talk to the farmer, he'll say 3 months, 3 weeks, 3 days. That's the gestation period on a pig. Well, not wanting Christmas pigs, and not even wanting pigs in January because it's wet, it's cold, it's miserable. It is hard work keeping those piglets alive. They have a tendency to get in mud, and mud will suck the heat out of them in a heartbeat. But I didn't want to have piglets until about the second, third week in February. Do the math, work backwards from there. 3 months, 3 weeks, 3 days. That means I was going to put the mamas back with Roscoe along about the end of October. Roscoe busted through the fence yesterday. I discovered it when I was in the house, and there was a whole lot of racket coming from up here. And I come out to see what all the racket was. And Roscoe was down with the mamas. As a matter of fact, he was really with one mama, doing his job, earning his keep. But this is a month and a half early. This is where those piglets, if she got pregnant, are going to be born about the first week of January. That's right when I don't want to have piglets. And it was late yesterday, and I was here by myself. My wife was at work. My daughter was at church. It was getting dark. I was here by myself. And I've told you how friendly Roscoe is. He's just a big baby. He's also a typical man. His testosterone gets to working. I'm not getting between him and one of those other pigs. So I tried to shoo him, not really interfere, but tried to shoo him back up into his pen. I couldn't fix the fence, not in the dark by myself. So, okay, maybe she's the only one that's in season. She's the first one that looked like she dried off. So I left him, and I fixed it this morning. I come out this morning. You know where Roscoe is? You know that little pen now Roscoe is 8 feet long. Stands about waist high. I'm 6'1", and he stands about waist high on me. 900 pounds. Roscoe has somehow, and I don't know how, Roscoe has somehow, because he didn't tear up any of the fencing, Roscoe has somehow gotten in that little pen where I feed the babies, start weaning them off and getting them used to pig food. 8 feet wide, maybe 15, 18 feet long. He's in there, laying down, relaxing, looking comfortable, looking all full of himself. Just happy as a clam. I don't know how he got in there. But then I got looking at the other mamas. And without getting too graphic, if you look in the right areas, you can see certain signs that will tell you that Roscoe has been busy. It looks like my plans of pigs the end of February, and not before the end of February, just went out the window. I already knew I was going to get some pigs before then, because I've got one girl, Pork Chop. I've talked to you about her. Pork Chop's been with the boars since first week of July. When the mamas came down with their babies, Pork Chop went up with Roscoe. Okay, those pigs will be born soon enough. It's not dead in the middle of winter when they're a week old trying to keep them alive. And this pig that I've got coming the 25th, next Wednesday, that I got from the other farm, that pig supposedly is pregnant. I don't know how pregnant. I'm just going to have to deal with those babies whenever they get here. But it looks like I've got at least 2, maybe 3 pigs that got pregnant since yesterday afternoon. I hope not. Fence is going to get fixed. Roscoe's going to get moved back where he belongs. And the fence is going to be fixed where he can't tear through it again. Of course, I didn't think he'd tear through this. I thought I had him blocked out pretty good. But I may be having more winter piglets than I want. One is more than I want. I don't want And from about the first week of December, maybe the last week of November, until mid-February, I don't want piglets being born. Any other time's great. And blocking out that cuts back how much I can produce by half a piglet per sow a year. Half a litter per sow per year. A sow can have 2.5 litters a year. How do you have half a litter? That's easy. One year you have 2 litters, the next year you have 3, the next year you have 2, the next year you have 3. Average it out, it's 2.5 litters a year. But it gets off schedule if I'm going to be keeping the sows away from the boar during that time where they would be delivering anywhere from the last week of November to the middle of February. That gets rid of the half a litter they're going to have. Gives them a little bit of relaxed time too. So I had this all planned out. You know the title of the video? Pay attention to what the title was. I had this all planned out, so I wouldn't be having to deal with babies when it's pouring rain and cold and the wind's blowing. Looks like my plans just got laughed at. He does have a tendency to do that, you know. But anyway, this is sort of a cautionary tale. Don't go planning too much. You go planning too much and, hang on. I have not had enough caffeine yet this morning. Because if you go planning too much, somebody a lot bigger than you and me is going to decide that he wants to laugh at those plans. Sure going to be laughing at mine. But anyway, that's about all for today. It's going to be cool today. It's actually going to be in the 70s today. Yesterday it was forecast 83 and it actually did 85. The high today I think is forecast to be about 78 degrees and the breeze will be blowing. The way I feel right now, I don't know what the temperature is now. It's still low yet. It was down in the 60s last night. But Mary Grace, if you were here, you'd have a jacket on. It's cool enough, I'll bet you would have a jacket. Y'all have a fantastic day. I'm going to, despite what happened to my plans. And I will talk to y'all tomorrow. Don't forget, Sunday, 6 p.m. Eastern Time, live stream from Mountain Crest Farm. It'll be something homestead related. And this week there is a giveaway. Don't forget that. There's a giveaway. You really want to be there for the giveaway. If you were here in the live stream 2 Sundays ago, you know what the giveaway is. If you weren't here 2 weeks ago, or 2 Sundays ago, you don't know what it is, and you'll have to be surprised. So don't forget the live stream Sunday at 6. And the other thing don't forget is just how easy it is. Some things are simple, but they're not easy. This is actually easy and simple. Just how easy and simple it is to have an awesome day. All you got to do is 2 little bitty things. Number 1, remember, the tomb was empty. And number 2, remember, he is alive. Y'all go have that fantastic day. I'm going to, despite the fact that he messed with my plans.